After I read this quote, I simply said yes. I've felt this way many times in my life when I take a moment to reflect on my recent past. Sometimes I'm proud of what has taken place, and other times I'm upset and wanting to go back and fix it. But we all know this is impossible, for time only moves in one direction. But we can look forward to tomorrow to fix the happenings of today. This is called optimism.
Oral comm is short for oral communication, and it's the process of studying and improving our everyday conversation and our formal speaking. I came to Wahlert in 1983. My first teaching job was in 1971, so it was a little bit after that. And I am an English teacher. I have a master's degree in speech communication and theater, so I do lots of different classes that relate to English, to communication. I include a lot of writing and oral communication as well, because there is a link, and the ability to be literate, either speaking or in writing, is an important skill.
The importance of oral comm is to help teach us to be more confident in our public speaking, get us to feel more comfortable around everyone, and basically make us more mature.
The importance of oral comm is to improve your listening skills and your communication skills.
We spend the greatest part of every day talking with people, talking with friends, talking with bosses, talking with teachers, talking with teammates, talking with coworkers, talking with total strangers, talking with doctors. And so our oral communication is perhaps the most important kind of communication we do, and yet in school it seems we study writing more than speaking. And it's very important that students understand the process and become more fluent as speakers.
I think oral comm will benefit me by making me, again, more confident and, helping me become more comfortable around other people, especially in public speaking.
Taking oral comm will benefit me by helping me grow in confidence in speaking.
The only thing my brother had to say that day was, at least we get to go on the roller coasters together.
It's exciting as a teacher to see change and progress, and sometimes huge improvement in just the 18 weeks of a semester. Often I'll have students who are very reluctant, who are quiet, who dance around as they're speaking, who can barely speak above a whisper, and by the end of the semester, every one of those students is standing up using a microphone, giving a 2-minute inspirational speech full of confidence and nonverbal animation and enthusiasm. So it's tremendously rewarding to see the results over a semester.
Good morning, second period oral comm class. My name is Chandler Flynn, and the word I will be explicating is tenacity.
Okay, Sean. I've had parents and teachers who will come up to me and they'll note things. For example, students are volunteering more in class. As a result of the listening project we do, I know many students improve their grades, they improve relationships, and just their overall ability to succeed in academics and in relationships in life.
I really enjoy the class now. Oral comm has really taught me to be more comfortable with my peers.
I really, really like the class. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at all, but I'm really, really glad we have to take it.
I absolutely love oral communication. It never gets tired. I've heard thousands of personal experience speeches, and every semester I'm still delighted by ones that I hear. I've heard thousands of interview speeches, one of my personal favorites, and every semester I'll have some student who will say something like, "My uncle told me this was the first time he has ever talked to anyone about his war experience." Things like that happen in class, and it's a joy to teach. I'm very fortunate.
Good morning, second period class. My name is Beth Walker, and my word I will be presenting is confidence.
Catholic has tremendous spirit, and they show that all the time, especially in the events that we're at, when they cheer for the Spirit Stick, and when they're at events like basketball games, football games, and really any other event that they're at. They show that spirit that has started from inside them in their heart, and it comes out in fanatical displays of emotion. There is so much energy that it's almost electrifying when you stand in front of 600 screaming teenagers and adolescents.
Has a ton of spirit, you know, everywhere it's blue and gold, and here we go Eagles, and it's just overwhelming with spirit.
Basketball, for instance, our fans are wrapped around the court, they're behind the basket and on the edge, and when you're that close to the court, you can have a big impact on what's going on. There's a lot of noise. I think the kids on the team who are playing in front of their home crowd feed off the energy that those fans bring, and here at Wahlert we're fortunate enough to have an outstanding student body, very supportive. They make a lot of noise, they really get into the game, and I think in all sports that's true here at Wahlert, and the kids who are on the field or on the court playing really feed off of that energy, and they look forward to it, and they realize how fortunate we are to have such a student body.
Yeah, Chris Left! Yeah! Chris Left! I think the players appreciate that the crowd's getting out there, that they're pumped up. I know when the game gets really excited, some of the players are even turning around saying, come on, let's go, let's hear it. You know, we have people just trying to make the players realize that we're really there to support them, that we really want them to be doing well. And I think that it can be a real positive thing for the players out in the game.
Schools are like Wahlert in that they bring a tremendous student body to the court, and without a doubt it's tough to play in those venues, because what we like here when we're on our home court, when we get that somewhere else, when the kids are down there on the floor making a lot of noise, sometimes that can rattle our players, and you know, hopefully you have some mental toughness out on the floor that they're able to get through that, but it's a lot more difficult playing on the road than it is at home for that reason. But there's a lot of schools who will go to their gyms and they might have 20 students there watching that night, whereas here on a bad night here we're going to have 100 or 200 kids. So we have a great student body, a great community that comes out and supports our athletics, and our kids, sometimes it takes them a while to realize how good we have it in that regard, and hopefully we can continue to make that happen, because it's a big part of our athletic success.
The concept of spirit and the idea and just having pep rallies really has originated with the people who have gone before us, that it's the spirit of the whole school and the 50 years that we've been here that has given us helped to give us the enthusiasm that we have now, and that the spirit that we generate comes from God and is lived out in the community and is helped in the lives that we live. I think there's a spirit of just the place, the institution of Wahlert, the school, Wahlert Catholic High School, and that all of those wrap together, and the spirit of the individual make up spirit as we can see it today and see it lived out in school.
Nice job, Eagles. Fifth graders, it was great to have you here, and we're off to fifth hour now.
I firmly believe that it takes a whole village to raise a show choir, or to raise a show choir program. When this program started, there were 2 choirs and 60 kids in the entire program. And now there are 6 choirs and 150 kids. And I firmly believe that show choir is one of the ways that this program developed. It was really instrumental in developing the entire program. Well, Kristen Tubby at Matza Kelly has done a great job laying the foundation so that when the students come into Wahlert, they have a really good understanding. They understand the discipline. They understand that it's a lot more difficult than they think it will be. And so she's already laid this wonderful foundation, and then they move into prep, which is directed by Mandy Brandt, and it's choreographed by Gates Chrysler, where they gain a little more about the costume changes or the variety of the show, so that then when they move into varsity, each year, each step, it's a new developmental level. So it's been key, and I think a lot of the reason that varsity has been so successful is because they've had that foundation.
My goals with starting the show choir program here at Mazzucchelli was to be a feeder program for Wahlert to get the kids ready. So at this age, the things I think are the most important are to help them develop that enthusiasm. We publicize it through the student body and get people excited about it, to help them learn how to sing and dance at the same time. I mean, it sounds kind of easy, but it's not easy when you first start, just to get used to that idea. Getting them used to rehearsal discipline, that you have to work hard, it's going to be tiring, but you have to stay focused. I just want to develop their love of show choir and give them an idea of what it takes to be in one, in a non-competitive environment. Everybody can try it, and then that way when they go as freshmen to audition, they know what they have to do and they're not scared, and they're usually very prepared.
7 and I'm gonna have myself a real good time.
4 years ago, I set the goal that I wanted Wahlert music program to be nationally known. That was my personal goal. And so every year we have been trying to do something so that we don't just stay cocooned in Iowa, but we go somewhere. We go and do something else. And so this year, by going to nationals, we are on a different circuit. And there are other productions. There's nationals, there are fame events, and that's what I'd like to do. When I started at Dubuque Wahlert, we had this little bitty program. And as we started to go out and compete, the first year it was all about, let's go and have fun. Let's see what it's all about. And the next year it was, well, if we're gonna go, let's do something. Let's be competitors. And ever since the second year, it has been a continuous struggle and challenge to be something more than we were the year before. And so we adopted the idea, no excuses. There is no reason that we cannot sing as well as any other school. There's no reason that we couldn't dance as well as any other school. There's no reason that we can't have this amazing confidence and move an audience as well as any other school. So the size of our school, the budget, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is whether we believe in ourselves, and if we do, then we challenge ourselves every single year to become something better. So we say, no excuses.